And once again, we return to Silent Hill 3. We are now on the carousel of death. Bit dramatic.
Yeah, so there was a lot going on last time. I quite like the implication of all the blood coming off the horses into the centre. It's like a horse sacrifice.
Do you like the shaky head now?
Yeah, so we've got those shaky head horses. And we've sort of done a weird transition. And there's another version of what looks like us we're having to fight.
Sort of a dark heather or a lesser, I suppose.
Yes, so just something they...
Amora as well. Could be a lesser or Amora.
And something they stuck in the film they made, Revelations. But it also kind of reminds me of that bit in Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, where you have to fight another Alucard.
Oh, the doppelgangers.
Yeah. It's hard to tell if we're doing well or not. We're kind of just stabbing at each other. Oh, she's run off.
From the amount of blood on the floor and the fact that she's running away, I'd say we're doing alright. I love this location though, just this nightmarish twirling down through the levels on a carousel from hell with a burning corpse in the middle. It's brilliant.
Yes, it's all very strange. It's like the floor looks like rugs and there's stuff around the sides and then you've got the covered up horses.
I'd say the floor looks like a bloody mess rather than rugs.
It looks like overlapping rugs if you look at it, yes.
Okay.
Hence we're not in the menu.
Now we're going for the old shotgun. There's Dark Heather's trying to pistol whip you.
Or sort of a carpet pattern, maybe.
I think we're going back to the sword.
It's like she's blocking that a lot.
Oh, she didn't block that one though. Yes, it is quite ruggy, the carpet.
She said there's a corpse in the centre. I'm not sure we've had a good look at that so far.
Oh, you could see it earlier on.
Oh, okay, that's good. I was a bit worried we weren't being able to get the full effect.
You can see it there as well.
She's got curtains around it.
See, I don't know whether it's supposed to be somehow hospitally, perhaps? The plastic-covered corpses of the horses. I'm not sure. Whatever it is, it's nightmarish and awesome. Yes, you can see it there. Sort of a figure being burned. It's fuel, I suppose, for the ride.
Not sure we're actually having much luck with the sword. She's blocking
I don't know, there's a fair amount of blood on the floor off it though. That looked pretty effective. I think she's dissolved down as well. We're going to have a quick check of our status. Oh, one for the big boys. Not quite healed up to full, but then you don't really need to. And there she is again. This time she has a pipe.
Yes, but if we stay behind her, which I think we could quite easily, shouldn't be too bad. Does she actually go through the weapons that we've picked up, and can we not pick up certain weapons and she doesn't have them, or?
You know, I'm not sure. We have the pipe, I think, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We picked that up.
We got it from the evil restaurant of Doom. Oh, all the way down to red.
That might have been a better job for an ampoule, but we're doing circles around each other here. Probably shouldn't giggle, but...
Don't know, on a carousel kind of makes sense.
Oh. Trying to run away a little. But we are hitting her, you can see the blood on the floor. Which is a nice indication actually, otherwise I'm not sure if you'd be able to tell.
I mean, half of the horses here don't even have, you know, heads.
this seems like our most serious boss battle in a while. So there's that one on the roof with Claudia, which was a bit tough, but since then...
Yes, the snake at the beginning's rather trivial, to be honest. Not many bosses, but then there doesn't need to be. They just need to be effective. And down she goes.
Oh, we get to see that this time. What's she got this time? Oh, a gun.
A submachine gun. Luckily, it does require reloading, so it's not so bad.
And she seems to fix in place when she's actually started shooting.
Also, luckily it doesn't really do as much damage as yours does, because yours gets multiple hits. Hers tends to hit you with the first bullet and then doesn't really do any damage after that.
Yeah.
Because to be fair, if she could just mow you down with a submachine gun, it would be a bit, you know, a bit on the tough side. I'm seeing.
Looked like she went pistol whip you there for a second.
Also like the way that the evil version of you has the head twitchy syndrome that the horses do as well, to sort of hammer home the fact that she's not you.
Unfortunately, Scott's kind of eating through all the health drinks, which I'm not sure is the best idea.
Well, of course it isn't, but you kind of need to avoid dying.
Oh, I meant more that when he's lost a lot of health, he's eating 4 of them up when he should perhaps use a health kit.
Ah.
Oh, it's a good hit.
Yes, that one seems to have knocked her for 7. Finally it stops.
We've got some, what looks like writing.
Hmm. So what that's actually getting at, that's actually a note from the person you just killed who's talking about killing you. As in, the real you, but as opposed to her, it's not the real you, she's the real you. And you have different personalities. That's the interesting thing about it. That was sort of part of the message of Silent Hill 1, is that she split away the more innocent part of her into Cheryl.
And she was the first who had to put up with everything that happened.
So what Heather was getting at there is that she has Alessa's memory as well, but because her life experiences have diverged, she has a different personality in the end. More religious stuff on the wall there. Quite a lot of it as well. There's more.
It's nice in a way because it feels a bit like it's giving us a bit of a break after that quite long fight actually in the carousel, and there's not much we can do about that because I mean she was very much sort of stage boss battle.
Up these stairs here. You see the developers hitting home on all those themes as we've continued along the road to paradise.
How did you get here? It was Vincent, wasn't it? He led you here. When will he cease his meddling? But it's just as well. Luring you here idea also serves my purposes.
Checkmate.
Not yet. The time is not yet at hand. The time when all will be forgiven their sins. When the paradise we have long dreamed for will arrive. After the judgment and atonement, an eternity of bliss. Oh, Alessa, the world you wanted is nearly here.
That's not what I want.
Not you. Alessa, your true self.
But I am Alessa. My little Claudia, my dear sweet sister.
Alessa, is it you? Oh, how I've missed you.
I don't need another world. It's fine the way it is.
But you said it yourself. The world must first be cleansed with fire.
But that's not what I want now.
Alessa, don't you want happiness? Have you become blind to all the hopeless suffering in the world? We all need God's salvation.
Listen, suffering is a fact of life. Either you learn how to deal with that or you go under. You can stay in your own little dream world, but you can't keep hurting other people. Besides, I'll never forgive you for hurting my father.
I wish only for the salvation of mankind. But for that to happen, the world must first be remade. And for that, we need God.
You self-righteous witch! No one asked you to help!
God is growing within you. You despise me, don't you?
You're damned right I do!
That's good.
And we'll explore a little more of the church tomorrow.